Hi, my name is Charles Asbury. I'm the author of a little book called Life's Reflections and Poems and Thoughts. Now, there's something about in the past 78 years I've been around, I've learned. I've learned that there's things in our lives that happen that we cannot control. We don't know the outcome. It just happens. I'd like to tell you a story. It's a story that's very personal to me. It's about how I met the lady I've been with for the past 51 years. See, I was in the Army. I came home on leave one day. I went with my buddies, and we met a young fellow, and he said, well, we got to go over to this apartment and pick up something to get my deposit back. We went to the apartment. I met my future brother-in-law, my future wife, which at the time I was not aware of, had no plans. So 6 months later, I get orders to go to Thailand. I come home for 30 days. I connect up with my buddy again, and we're out and about. And my future brother-in-law says, well, we'll have a party before you go. I didn't think anything about it. My buddy calls me up at home and says, where are you at? I said, well, I'm here in my parents' apartment, not doing anything. He said, well, you're supposed to be over here for this dinner at Phil's apartment. So I go to the dinner, and something clicks. I don't know what. But the one thing I do remember is seeing my future wife on the balcony of her apartment with her eyes. The look in her eyes was just mesmerizing. So I go out with her. We have dinner. And then I ask her to come to my parents' apartment to introduce her to them. We go to the apartment. Now, you've got to use your imagination. This is a small apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, all right? So we have the dinner, getting ready to take her home, and I say to my mother, where is Blanche? And she said, well, because I couldn't find her. Now this is a 2-bedroom apartment, okay? And I could not find her anywhere in this 2-bedroom apartment. So I asked my mother, where is Blanche? She said, well, she's in my bedroom, and she knows you're leaving, and she's a little bit sad, and she thinks she'll never hear from you again. I said, oh. So I go into the bedroom, the lights are off, it's very dark, the only light is coming from the hallway, and I say these words, I hear that you think you'll never hear from me again. And I say, I'll fix that, we just get married. And she says, what? Yeah, we just get married. And we do. 2 weeks on the 16th of August, 1975, I asked her to marry me. On the 24th of August, 1975, we got married. And in August, I left for Thailand, was gone for 6 months, came back, and we've been together 51 years. Now, as I say, I didn't have that plan. So, my wife would say that was all pre-planned, that we didn't have any control of it. And I'll believe her, because I didn't plan anything. I just took what was given me in nature, the hand of the Lord, or whatever you want to call it, the cosmos, or whatever, created a situation where I met the lady I've been with for 51 years. So that's the thing about life, the mystery of life. It affects all of us. And I'm sure if you think about it, you can remember an incident where the spirit or whatever affected you and brought you happiness and a good outcome. Thank you for listening to me. If you'd like to find out more about my book, go to Barnes & Noble, and you can get a copy of it. It's called, again, Life's Reflections, Thoughts and Poems. Thank you, and have a good day.